So we've been talking about fractions, decimal fractions and percentages, converting between them. So now with a calculator, doesn't matter what sort of calculator you have, you should be able to do this. Scientific calculator obviously makes it easier. When I explain the last step, you'll understand that. But for now, if we had questions like this, 1/2 plus 3/4, some of you could do that in your heads, some of you could do that on the board or on your paper. However, to do it on a calculator, we're simply going to have 1, our fraction button 2, plus 3, our fraction button 4. So that tells us then that we have 1 whole and 1/4. So it's going to automatically do for us what we would have to do ourselves and find our common denominator. So 1/2 in quarters would be 2/4. 2 plus 3 is 5. So 4/4 is the whole, 1/4, 1 whole and the 1 left over. So our remainder. Same thing here, 1 fraction button 3, minus this time, 1 fraction button 5. So 2 and 1/5. Sorry, 2/15. Again we find our common denominator, 3 and 5 both prime, so we need to multiply them together generally speaking, because that's our 15. We do the same at the top here, so we have 5/15 here, 3/15 there, gives us 5 minus 3, which is 2. When we multiply, it's the same process, always the same process. 1 fraction button 4, making sure we press the multiply button, 1 fraction button 3, so 1/12. When we multiply fractions, we simply multiply the top, multiply the bottom. When we're adding, we find common denominator, and then we just add across the top. Okay, division, we have 1 fraction button 4 divided by 1 fraction button 2, which is doing the opposite of what we would if we were timesing. So instead of halving it, it's actually doubling it. That gives us 1/2. Okay. If we then had to find what fraction $3 is of $12, we're actually going to do a fraction of 3 over 12, simplifies to 1/4. Putting this number over that number, so it's 1/4 of the amount. We then know that if we multiply that, so if we press our fraction button again, you may or may not be able to see that on the video, if we press our fraction button, it automatically changes it between decimal and fraction. That's when we multiply it by 100. Which gives us 25%. If I want 15% of something, I can do this one of two ways. I can do 15, press my percent button, multiplied by my 60, or I can go 15 over 100 multiplied by 60. So if that was dollars, it would be $9. Okay, so that's finding a given percentage of the quantity. So when it's on sale, 15% off $60, you would save $9. So then to find out how much you'd actually spend, you simply subtract that off. So the tricks for you to convert between fractions, decimal fractions, percentages is if we had 53 out of 54, we press our fraction button, that gives us our decimal fraction. We multiply by 100 to give us our percentage, 98.148. That's your tricks with your calculator.